there's a lot of men in reasonable shape. Carlson,
the Swedes are struggling a little. I don't think they have the right power just now.
We just get a check on Andy Schluter of Germany through that time check there. We'll just make sure. Didn't spot him. Yes, he is there. I thought he was there, and he's in the top half dozen. So Germany, host nation, might they get a medal on the final day in the final cross-country event? More after this. Welcome back, and Sergei Dolitovich of Belarus has taken it up again, but the man who's moved into second place is 32-year-old Katsuhito Ebisawa, or Ebi, who I was talking about a few moments ago. Comes from the seaside town of Toyama on the main island, and he's been a sturdy competitor in particularly these long-distance races, and in the World Cup, has never finished in the top 15. He's been just outside that, but this year, also like Botvinov, used the pursuit as the warm-up race, unlike Botvinov, though, who finished 8th. For Ebisawa, 36th place was his final position.
He was good in Salt Lake City, Ebisawa, wasn't he?
Yes, he was, and he's always like Origomi and Imai, and it seems that the distance, you know how much the Japanese love running marathons, and I think they take to this sort of race, or at the other end of the scale, the sprint. It's the races in between that they don't.
So that would be the main competition for the Japanese in Sapporo 2007, maybe.
Well, it would be great. Daito Takahashi in the Nordic combined sprint, he's got his chance of a medal a little later after this race is done, and Ebisawa, well, it would be something really special. It would be the first cross-country Japanese medal ever if he could finish in the first 3, but it's odds against rather than odds on at the moment. And this is this really big group of 35 at the back there. 21 Franz Göring for Germany. 12 Bacicek has got a shuttle back down the pack. Keki trying to make a forward move, and there's Dolitovich in green pants, and Mast behind on the left there. That's Ebisawa taking a drink. 2, that's Frode Steele being shadowed by he's been shadowed by Hjelmeset, of course. Botvinov on the far side, about 3rd in that row. Moving up to be Jawa Järvi of Finland. First time I've seen him in the leading dozen or so.
But they're all here still, David, and it's not very high speed at the moment. But maybe they start here just after the bridge.
The more this goes on, Inge, the more you feel that this is going to be a sprint. They're sorting themselves out for the feeding station. Good thing about here in Oberstdorf is the width of the tracks just allow classic mass start. There are not too many places in the cross-country calendar where that's possible.
And in the Olympics next year, David, we will have it in skating, the 50 kilometers, and then we will have it in classic again in Sapporo.
Bacicek just on the off the end of that little group there, and they are being thinned a little. But it's only 1 or 2 that are dropping off. So Japan lead now. Well, here we go. This is going to make 1 or 2 of our Japanese colleagues from Japanese broadcasting a little happy. They've been moaning all week that their competitors have not been seen.
Look here, David. Look at Ebisawa.
Yeah, really pushing on here. And they'll give him the freedom of Toyama and probably Tokyo if he can pull off a medal. And he's decided to make a move. 3 at the end there on the right, just going past there. That's Lucas Bauer. But Dolitovich.
What is he doing? Okay,
is that Jochen?
Yeah, that's Jochen.
That's Jochen trying to get to Andy Schluter. and trying to get some information to him. Jochen, who's active out on the trail, you'll see him on that last big climb. He'll be right in position, and if Schluter is in there with a chance, he'll be running up the trail trying to urge him on. 43 going through. No, I can't believe that at the moment. 17 on the near side, that's Keki. There's Jochen. Now what's he got? What's he given to him?
Oh, yes. He put it in the mouth, maybe.
Is it a new set of goggles? New set of goggles.
Yeah, I think so.
So he's steamed up, and that's a good coach.
Because, yeah, he's a very good coach, and he's very enthusiastic, and he is the skier's man always.
So that tells you the radios were working, the spares were in the pocket, and the men were in the right place.
And he will not be in the stadium. He will always be in the course when the competition is going on.
One, Matti Fredriksson coming through on the near side. Ebisawa's moments, fairly short-lived. He's just dropping back a little bit there, and they're all getting pretty tight and close here again on the climb.
It's too many, David. It's too many, and only 10 kilometers to go. Verpalo has work to do to come into the front here.
You'd have to think that for Verpalo, that I suppose his best chance is to get to the front and then put in a monumental injection of pace, which he can do if he's at his very best. But as we said at the beginning of our broadcast today, he was training in high altitude at Livigno. That's the resort just down from San Moritz, and there's a great deal of uncertainty as to whether he got the timing right to get the kick, the benefit of being there and having, you know, that greater oxygen in his blood.
Yeah, it's possible, but I think Livigno is maybe a little bit too low. I think the way the Norwegian do it is a little bit better. They're going up to Seiseralm, and that's a little bit higher where they are training.
Well, there's a really good engine inside this Japanese model.
Yeah, he's in good shape just now. I don't think he will let the others keep him that easy. But also Frode is still here. He was a little bit behind, but now is up on the third place.
What do they say? The car in front is a Toyota?
Yeah. That's what was the marketing today.
Sorry about that to all other Japanese car brands.
Do you drive a Toyota?
No. That's enough, Inge. Enough.
Okay.
Right, so Ebisawa leading on here. Matti Fredriksson moving up there. This would be
Vino too, I think, in the third place here.
Yeah. And just trying to... It's so difficult with the snow coming over the bibs to actually pick up all of these men. Actually, one of the things we're going to have a discussion with at the end of this season is a new set of colour rules. 11 going through, that was Botvinov. 2 on the near side, Estil, and 3 up there, that's Lucas Bauer. 9 going through, that's Skelmaset. 4 on the near side, that's Verpalo going alongside with in fact, going along with, what's that, 59, that's Kondoroshev of Kazakhstan.
You know it's possible, because we have 40 persons there, and it's not only the red group here in the front. And I think they will be all together also down to the stadium at for the last leg.
This could be a mass finish, let alone a mass start. And I tell you what, in these conditions, the way things are going at the moment, surprises are on the cards here, because this is wide open at the moment. And another man I was getting interested in there, number 43 just going through. That is Diego Ruiz of Spain.
Yeah, that's possible. We know Gutierrez, many good long distance races, and the men from Spain can do good 50-kilometer races.
15 just struggling there, and that's Thomas Morigol, who was showing up very early, but I think he's a better freestyle skater than he is a classic racer.
Yeah, he is.
And up front, this is the man who's turning the screw. He's wanting to hurt them, and at the moment doing not a bad job. Number 12.
It's Bajicak in the lead. No?
Yeah, Bajicak in grey, who's gone ahead of That's Yuri Magal and the two Czechs together, and then 42, that's Ebisawa, and then Bauer's not far behind. Verpalu's weaving his way through. Delidovic has lost his position, and Yak Mai also looking with a lot of traffic ahead. This is going to be the real worry. If this is the way they're going to go up the final climb, there is going to be some traffic problems. There are going to be falls, there are going to be trips, and there could even be complaints. But WCH, in fact, who registered a complaint on Frode Estil in the double pursuit for taking his snow, as it were, and I believe they actually managed to talk about it for an hour and a half, which amazes me.
Yeah, I can't see the reason for that.
So Slovakia on the left there, and is that Yuri Magal of the Czech Republic? So the two neighbours.
But look at that crowd of skiers. They're all there. I think 35 also in 10 seconds here.
Good move on the right-hand side by the Swede, Matti Fredriksson, keeping himself out of trouble, choosing the clean file there, moving into third place. Well, King Gustav and Queen Sylvia might have been wondering whether their journey was necessary. In fact, Matti Fredriksson actually has a chance now of making it imperative that they were here, but Ebisawa also sticking to his task, number 42 in that little red hat that he's wearing.
But it's impossible to come away from the others here in the downhills and on the flat part. It's snowing too much at the moment. And you also can see when they're coming up in the lead that they slow down. But there we have Frode Estil, maybe the main favorite today.
And 4 files of them now, and just under 10,000 meters to go. This is the tightest packed field that I can remember in a 50-kilometer classic race. And Keki right to the fore there for Italy, looking good. Verpalu still looking strong, looking better now than I've seen him at any other time during the race. But it could get rather physical. Spell of the Czech Republic up there, and Jürgen Pinter is the man who the computer says is right alongside him.
I think that's correct. Start number 52. No, it can't be. We haven't seen him. Do we have an Austrian clothed?
Well, the Austrian clothed.
Okay, maybe. They are like all the others.
Yeah.
We also have Bisawa in the 5th place, Mattias Fredriksson at the same place, Frode Estil is there, Botvinov is there, also Christian Skeldal in 10th place.
And Ruiz of Spain, definitely in there.
Yeah.
Now let's just have a look at this front man here, and it is Jürgen Pinter who's taken it up for Austria, ahead of WCH, and then Keki would be just about third now. Well, Jürgen Pinter has stringing out 42 there just behind. That's Ebisawa, and still Fredriksson, still Estil, 10 taking on a drink there. That's Yuri Magal. Delidovic 16 moving up there for Sweden. That is Johan Olsson, and 20 off the pace there, Ivan Batory, who I don't think will be winning this one. Well, this would be a victory of seismic and volcanic proportions if Jürgen Pinter could actually win this.
And they are soon coming down to the stadium. We have this first, only a little one. And we can see they are all there, but the Norwegian also struggling a little longer behind here. Christian Skeldal not the first 20, but many a little bit unknown skiers in the front. Spurl, Pinter, Cecchi, Ruiz from Spain, all in the 10 first. But it's not easy to be in the lead, so that's maybe the reason why the best skiers before the 50k started is a little bit behind.
Yeah, but Keki moving up there quite confidently into second place. And that would, as we reminded ourselves, bring back memories of the great Maurizio de Zolt. And he had one of the best engines ever in cross-country.
Yeah, I think so. He was a very, very good skier, Maurizio de Zolt. They said he was drinking red wine all the time, but I don't think he used more alcohol than any others in the cross-country family.
So down they come to the stadium. The speed is really of little importance at this stage. Spurl, they've got up front now, and as the fastest man, Pinter just giving away. Keki there, and the Norwegians making a forward move. 23 going through. That's one of the French racers, and that is, well, I thought it was 23. Could it have been Alexandre Rousselet?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll get a full check at the moment as they come through. The snow, as we look out of the window, we can hardly see them, but leading this file is Frode Still.
And they are not going very fast at the moment.
40, that's Milan Spurl.
They're almost standing still, David.
Yeah, it's very, very heavy in the stadium.
You could be together with those guys with your new skis, David.
You're very complimentary. And it is Pinter, and this is going to come down to a sprint because they're going out for 7,500 meters, and I can't see anybody making a big break here.
And you must have a break more than 10 seconds, I think, to keep them behind you in the downhills. And we also will have some accidents, I think, in the end of the race here. It's not easy to do the downhills with all that snow. 52 trying in the lead before number 40 and 33, and the red group is until 15.
Well, this race has been completely unexpected. The snow has changed the whole complexion of the competition, and never before really have we seen 30 to 35 racers all in with a chance. And the other thing which is a big factor here, Inge, is when they come back down to the stadium, because there aren't any patrols on the course to clear the track away, whoever comes down into the stadium first is going to hit quite heavy snow.
He has no possibilities to be the winner. You must be number 4, 5, 6, I think, the last downhill to keep the speed down. But of course, here they will get the course a little bit less, I think. So they are going. No, they are not going faster in the lead. I'm surprised. Really surprised.
Yeah, there's a lot of looking around, but it is stretching out a little bit. And I just wonder whether Jürgen Pinter's sprinting prowess might actually spur him on here.
There are 35 skiers, 7.4 seconds, David.